Sup guys, I'm in the new apartment. This is my first video in the new apartment and I'm going to be talking about movement. There's a few tricks that Donk does that is just amazing, and it's one of the reasons I think that he's the best in the world in terms of rifling and the best aimer and the best movement. He's just perfected it. So I'm going to show you some of the things that he does, and I'm going to show you some of the mistakes that maybe some other players do. I'm going to run with it in the server. I'm going to show you in the server. And I'm also going to show you demos of how they do it and specifically show you what they do so you can implement it in your game. And if you do this, you'll kill so many more people. I've adapted this into my game and it makes you so much better. So let's get into the game. So here's an example of Donk walking out mid. Molly's left side mid, clears all the angles, can only be right side, kills the right side guy, sees the guy left side, Jiggles, he pre-fires him, then he strafes left like that to clear C. T, strafes right, strafes left again, strafes right again, strafes left again, strafes right, he's moving, gets the kill in CT, reloads, knows there's nothing more peeking. What we're going to do, we're going to slow it down. So kills the guy mid, sees the guy left side, he knows the repeat's coming, he sprays, he knows the guy's not going to peek wide again, so he clears the CT line, always moving, strafing, only using A and D here, holding D to swing, doesn't see him, he knows he's not going to peek, so he re-smokes CT, peeks right again, doesn't see him again, clears CT again because he wants to be always on the move. He wants to be peeking the enemies. He doesn't want to let the enemies peek him. He peeks in, gets the kill like that, easy done. Then he does a nice little D strafe here, counter strafes, and he's tapping crouch there. He hits crouch twice there if you see, and he gets the kill. So what we want to avoid doing is holding crouch. So Donk could have easily come out here and sprayed like this, or done this. I see a lot of people do this, and that makes it such an easy kill for people because they only have to shoot at your head, only on one axis, only on the horizontal axis. So this is all they have to shoot. But if you're going up and down like Donk is doing, he's doing this. He's tapping crouch, so he's peeking, he's tapping crouch, and he's tapping it again like that, and he's moving side to side at the same time. This makes it so hard for this enemy to shoot him. So this is super important, is to always keep moving. When you're peeking, hit crouch, never hold crouch. So always hit, don't hold. Remember that. So when Donk can't do these really long, wide strafes like he could before, he does these little ones when holding angles. So he does these little strafes here, left and right, and kills this guy who peeks mid, who has no chance against him. Then he goes behind the wall, he peeks out, he goes back behind, he peeks out. So you're kind of getting the sense of how he plays here. So he's peeking like this, jiggle, 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 left and right, gets the kill. So from the T's player perspective, it's super hard for him to get the kill here. So he strafes out, normal CS, strafes, starts shooting, but Donk moves to the left. So we'll slow it down here and zoom in. He starts shooting at where Donk was, and Donk moves to the side and kills him. So this is the advantage of going left, right like this and not being a static, holdy kind of player, which doesn't work out at all. So now I'm going to show you an example of kind of what not to do. It's a bit harsh on Nico. Here he kind of stops, but he doesn't strafe, so he crouches, but he doesn't go left and right. So Nico is actually fine, he plays very well, but just in this example, I would have preferred him to kind of strafe left and right here. So see how he kind of just stops and he's stagnant? This is a pretty extreme example. There's much worse examples that I've seen. But for Starry, when he peeks, it's just kind of one angle. He doesn't have to worry about the horizontal movement. He just has to see the guy and shoot, just like a bot. So we want to avoid that. We want to be always moving. That's what Donk's really good at. And Nico's actually very good at this as well. This is just an example. So I have a quick tip for you AWPers watching, and also riflers, but mainly for you AWPers. So when you're peeking, so say you go for a close peek here at long, peek like this, you miss your shot. What you'll notice a lot of top tier AWPers, Simple back in the day, but Zyru now, Monacy, after peeking close like this, they change their angle up. And I'll explain to you why, but they'll come back after shooting, so they'll come here, they'll shoot, miss their shot, they come back and reposition and then peek again. So close, go back, and peek again. And what this basically does for this CT guy holding is he sees you here and he's holding a close re-swing here, and in CS when you're peeking further away from the angle, so for example here, if I'm further away from the wall and this guy's closer to the wall, this guy here will see this guy first. So that's the concept that these AWPers are playing off. For them, it's just flow state and they're just doing it naturally. So you need to get this into your head manually, so then you start doing it in game and then it comes naturally. So what you need to do is always change your angles. So if you're further away from the ball, you can peek like this, and then you can come close for the riflers and then peek like that. It's just changing the angles up. It makes it super unpredictable for this guy holding, because he kind of has to hold here and here. There's so many angles you can peek from. So this is a concept you can bring into your game. I've got another quick tip here for you guys. We're going to be watching Axa out, and as you can see, he's just holding a really stagnant line. Now there actually is a reason why this isn't that bad, and you'll see here, this is actually on LAN, so they all have 0 ping. So you got to be able to realize that when you're watching demos and that kind of thing, when they're on LAN, this means that they have 0 ping, so they can hold more lines like this. So when you're watching demos, don't directly copy all the time, because they could be on LAN. Make sure you look at the pings and if it's a LAN match or if it's a online game, because if it's an online game, you always want to be moving, especially with the ping. You don't want to get peeked by like 60 ping guys. Thanks for watching, guys. If you guys drill these things into your brain and you really practice these things and get them into your flow state so they just happen naturally, you're going to improve so much as a player. So thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.